Shabbat shalom, guys. Look at you. I love the earmuffs. Shabbat shalom with the earmuffs. It's a great look. It's a great look. I figured tonight was a night for a wool talit, not a linen talit. So.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom on camera too, on streaming for those out there and back in your warm homes.
I like all the people who got the heaters.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some of you camped out
blankets.
right where the heat lamps were. Some of you decided, I want the best seat in the house, and I don't care if it's not a heat lamp. You hardy people, very good. But I'll tell you this: we have nothing against you non-hardy people who are underneath the heat lamps. Because I'll tell you something, just being here at all tonight, hardy people, the hardy Leo Beckers here in the house tonight, and that is not meant to say anything offensive to all of you at home who are praying with us tonight. We are delighted to see each and every one of you here with us to celebrate, enjoy the sweetness and the light of this Shabbat and Hanukkah. And so, let me grab my guitar, and we're going to get started in just a moment.
In the meantime, if you're here and want to just turn to someone near you who you don't know or who you haven't seen in a while and just wish them a Shabbat Shalom, this would be a great time. I know, the religious school students in the front were like, I saw you yesterday. I like it, Marilyn's on it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we have no words for.
I should have had a huge beat.
Everybody knows it.
Raise your hand if you brought your Chanukiah with you here tonight. Very nice. Raise your hand if you brought more than one Chanukiah here with you tonight. That's all good. In a few moments, not immediately, but in a few moments, oh God, it's drama. Just look at this, such dramatic music. I'm feeling amped, aren't you? It's good. In a few moments, we will invite you to go inside the Beit Midrash, and I want to point out real quickly that you're used to, if you go in the Beit Midrash, you go through those big center doors. But tonight, I got to think this is the first time ever that those doors that go into the side salons are actually unlocked. I don't think I've ever walked through one of those doors in all the years that we've had this building. But tonight, you can go in the center space and go into either of those side rooms, which is where the Hanukkah candles will be lit and burning. Or you can go in one of those side entrances directly into that space. But the whole idea is these beautiful glass spaces, we will be able to be surrounded by the Hanukkah light, just the way we have been in past years when we've been in our main sanctuary and we've lit the candles along the perimeter of the sanctuary. Tonight, That's the perimeter of the sanctuary right there through those windows. And so in a few moments after we sing a bit and welcome each other, we'll invite you to take your Hanukkah menorahs into the Beit Midrash and because we'll already have made the blessings out here, you'll be free to fire up those candles and to bring us that beautiful vision of the light that we create with one another. But before we do that, we have to sing a little bit to celebrate our being together on Hanukkah night. Oh, the drama's returning. The drama's back. Oh my. Oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Sivi wants to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night, we had a sweet light to remind us of days long. Let's hear you sing it, oh Hanukkah. Oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance a hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Stevie want to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night, one for each night. They shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. I want to give a little bit of love to Jenny and to Bruce and to Mariano and to Dan, because it's not easy to play your instruments when your fingers are feeling very cold. But look at these guys go. Bruce, in particular, has to bang on that drum all night long. Fingers, how they doing there, Bruce? So far, so good. Service hasn't even started yet, so that's probably why he's doing okay with the fingers so far. How y'all doing out there?
Woo!
You feeling good? We're enjoying the beauty of this night, huh? Outstanding. Well, with that in mind, the custom is that you begin, before you enter into all of the Shabbat observance, you make your candle blessings for Hanukkah first. Because if you were to actually start in on Shabbat, suddenly the lighting of candles for Hanukkah would be a violation of Shabbat, which we don't want to do. And so, with all that in mind, we're going to make the Hanukkah candle blessings right out here. And after we do that, I'm going to invite you to head into the Beit Midrash, find your spot, wherever it is you'd like to display your Chanukiot, either in this room or in that room over there. And when we are praying for Shabbat, the light of Hanukkah will surround us. And so, I hope you'll join with me in making these blessings. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Chanukah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim lavoteinu bayamim hahem b'azman hazeh. I want to invite those who are here with us to enter into the Beit Midrash with your Chanukiot and your candles and to start lighting them. And for those of you who are at home, also an opportunity to join with us in creating Hanukkah lights. And we're going to create a little bit of music for lighting these lights as we kindle Hanukkah lights here in our Beit Midrash and for you all at home. And we invite you to sing with us or just to listen to the music as you're kindling your Hanukkah lights. Oh, hear my prayer, I sing to you. Be gracious to the ones I love, and bless them with goodness and mercy and peace. Oh, hear my prayer to you. Let us light these lights and see the way to you, and let us say Amen. Let us light these lights and see the way to you, and let us say Amen. I sing to you. Be gracious to the ones I love, and bless them with goodness and mercy and peace. Oh, hear my prayer to you. If you got your Chanukiot, you can go right in and light them up. Let us light these lights and see the way to you, and let us say Amen. Let us light these lights and see the way to you, and let us say Amen. Let us light these lights and see the way to you, and let us say Amen. Let us light these lights and see the way to you, and let us say Amen. us light these lights and see the way to you, and let us say Amen. Let us light these lights and see the way to you, and let us say Amen. If you're just arriving and you have your Chanukiah, you can enter into the Beit Midrash to set it up and to light up the candles. For the rest of you who are lighting your candles, please feel free, once you've lit them, to come back and find your seat. Oh, hear my prayer, I sing to you. Be gracious to the ones I love, and bless them with goodness and mercy and peace. Oh, hear my prayer to you.
Come on, head back to your
Let
seat.
us light these lights and see the way to you, and let us say Amen. Let us light these lights and see the way to you, and let us say Amen.
Amen.
I want to invite you just to take a look. Take a look at the Hanukkah candles burning, surrounding us all along the perimeter of this space where we are praying. Hanukkah menorahs in the east salon of the Beit Midrash, Hanukkah menorahs in the center space, the lobby of the Beit Midrash, more Hanukkah menorahs here through the windows of our west salon. A beautiful vision for everyone to take a look at. Shh. So, here we are on the Shabbat that coincides with Hanukkah. And you may be wondering to yourself, there are all kinds of midrashim, little rabbinic legends that teach about why this holiday is a week plus a day. There's the story about the little cruise of oil that lasted miraculously for all that time. Raise your hand if you actually think that's the way it happened. It's a few hands. That's good. Some people are just more trusting than other people. What can I tell you, I will tell you this. There's actually a very significant historical reason for why Hanukkah lasts as long as it does. And that is this holiday, Hanukkah, the Hebrew word for the name of this holiday, Hanukkah, means dedication. To dedicate or to rededicate something. What they were rededicating was the sanctuary, the prayer space that they were in. It had been desecrated. It had been desecrated by those who came to do away with our tradition, to do harm to our history, and to blot out our place in the story of humanity. And so they came and they put all kinds of pagan customs, all kinds of violations of Jewish tradition inside the holiest space of the Jewish people. And when the Maccabees succeeded in reclaiming our temple, they wanted to rededicate it. They wanted to name, we're back. It's ours. And it's for us to make holiness in this space that belongs to us. I hope all of you are feeling that experience very intensely. Not because anyone came to desecrate this space, because God bless throughout all the time that we weren't here on this campus, because we were praying from our homes. We were celebrating holidays like this from our homes and couldn't gather together in person as a community. Nobody foisted that on us with intention. But a pandemic did, in fact, create some form of desecration, made it impossible for us to enjoy the gift of each other's presence the way we do right now. Last year, we had a very joyful on-screen Hanukkah. We had our great friend, in fact, one of his melodies will be praying tonight as part of our service. Dan Nichols, great composer and performer of our Reformed Jewish movement, came on that night on screen to bring us a beautiful concert for Hanukkah, but it wasn't the same. It wasn't the same because we couldn't come and commit an act of Hanukkah, an act of dedication, rededicating a space and saying this belongs to us, and this is where we create the sanctity. An added level of historical significance. Because the sanctuary had been desecrated during that time just a few months ago, a couple of months ago, when there was another holiday that's a week long, took place, they couldn't celebrate it. Anybody remember what that holiday was? Week-long holiday a couple of months ago, yeah? Oh, right on the money. Boom. Rabbi Bernie's just so happy. Anytime they just start, when the school proves its incredible gift, Rabbi Bernie just puts a smile on. Look how just happy you made your rabbi.
Full joy.
Rabbi
Look
Jason,
how
what about
happy you
what
made
about
your
the
rabbi.
parents? Maybe the parents are prepping her. We can give them some credit.
Definitely the parents.
Share the credit.
Lo and behold, the holiday of Sukkot runs the same length. And in historical times, when this holiday was first being birthed, it was basically designed to be a second Sukkot. Sukkot had come and gone, and they didn't get a chance to celebrate. And so when they were busy rededicating the space that they came to, they also said, we're not going to let that festival come and go without our observing it. What is Sukkot all about? Sukkot is all about feeling the elements of nature, putting ourselves outside, and if it happens to be windy or rainy or really, really hot or really, really cold, we're supposed to feel it all, to experience the sensibilities of our vulnerability, of the fact that our fingers sometimes get cold or too hot, or we start sweating, or we feel uncomfortable, and it helps us to recognize that our bodies are doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing, helping to sustain us, keeping the blood pumping, enabling us to feel our nishamot, to feel our souls embodied, to feel ourselves being alive because we're inside the elements. If this is a second Sukkot, on this night in which so many of you are here but bundled up to prepare yourself for the elements, it's not a bad thing. That's a blessing on this particular Hanukkah and Shabbat, because it enables us to commune with those Israelites from years and years and years ago when it was the very first Hanukkah, and the holiday wasn't just to be about lighting candles, but it was about experiencing our vulnerability and the way in which our bodies work. It was about experiencing Sukkot at this time of year. Some of us have lived in other parts of the country. When Sukkot comes at its regular time of year, it can get a little cold, it can get a little rainy, you can even get a little snowy if it's a late. I've had a couple of Hanukkahs in New York that felt a lot like this night, Sukkot like this. And so I hope you're feeling it all. Notice your body breathing life in and out of you. Celebrate the gift of the awareness that Sukkot brings to us. Celebrate the gift of life that Hanukkah brings to us through all of these lights burning within our eyesight. See that light, feel that light, be that light. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
We're on page 20 and 21. The words in the first, second, fifth, and ninth verses of L'Chadodi. Those are the ones that we will be singing. Verses 1 and 2, 5 and 9. L'Chadodi likrat kala Pnei Shabbat nikabela L'Chadodi likrat kala Pnei Shabbat nikabela Shamor v'zachor b'diborecha השמיענו אל המיוחד. אדוני אחד ושמו אחד, לשם ותפארת ולתהילה. לך דודי לקראת קהלת, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קהלת, פני שבת נקבלה. לקראת שבת לכו ונלכה, כי היא מקור הברכה. מראש מקדם נסוכה, סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה. לך דודי לקראת קהלת, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה. Top of 21, התעוררי, התעוררי, כי באורך ומאורים, אורי אורי שיר דברי, כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה. לך דודי לקראת קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה. If you are able, I invite you to rise. And any place is an entrance to this worship space, but wherever you walked here from, you should look in that direction and try to use your mind's eye to see the Sabbath bride coming to join us. Moi v'shalom ateret ba'ala, gam b'simcha u'b'tzora, toch emunei aham segula. Boi chala, boi chala. Lecha dodi לקראת קהלת, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קהלת, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קהלת, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קהלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
We continue standing for our call to worship prayer, the Baruch Hu, on page 28.
Yalla la la yalla la 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 la la. Baruch Adonai Hamborach Leolam Vaed Leolam Vaed Yalla lai 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 la 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 la, ya la 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 la.
Let's join together in the English on the bottom of 31. This is an hour of change. Within it we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? Baruch atah Adonai hama'ariv aravim.
Amen.
And together on the top of 33. As you taught Torah to those whose names I bear, teach me Torah too. Its mystery beckons, yet I struggle with its truth. You meant Torah for me. Did you mean the struggle for me too? Don't let me struggle alone. Help me to understand, to be wise, to listen, to know. Lead me into the mystery. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Raeh.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ושוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
The other day in religious school, I asked our students, do you believe in miracles? And one of our really wise students said, absolutely. And she described a story of an unexpected moment when something or someone showed up for her that she really needed. And another student actually said, no, I don't believe in miracles because if something good happens to me, it doesn't matter if there are other people in the world who are suffering. And so we are in the holiday of miracles. We think about that story Rabbi Chasen told us of the miracle of the oil lasting 8 nights. And we're getting ready for our Michamocha prayer, which is when we remember in history when our people had the miracle of the Sea of Reeds splitting and the Israelites moving into freedom from years and years of servitude. And I wonder if maybe the question isn't so much, do you believe in miracles or not, but really that the answer is both. That we both can believe or have faith in something that ties us all together that's bigger than us, but that we also can remember that we can't just believe. We also have to be doers in the world who make the change that we need happen as well, right? We have this incredible miracle of a vaccine that is amazing that it happened, and we also know that it happened because of the hard work of a lot of scientists. And so as we think about the miracle of this holiday, as you look at this incredible light that is just filling this space. Perhaps what we can do on this holiday is to hold the tension of believing and of doing, of realism and of optimism, of surrender, and also of pursuit, so that we can all bring miracles into our homes and into this community and into this world. And so we are going to sing towards those miracles with Mi Chamocha. We are on page 40. Please join us.
Mi chamocha v'helim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar v'kodesh, mi chamocha v'helim Adonai, mi kamocha nedar v'kodesh. Norati hilot osef peleh, norati hilot Sefele Adonai lo leolam vaed Malchutecha ra'u banecha Okei hayam livnei Moshe u'Miriam Ze Elianu ve'amuru Ze Elianu ve'amuru Adonai lo leolam vaed Ya la la, ya la la la, ya la la, ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la la. I don't hear you guys. Ya la la la, ya la la, la la la, ya la la la, ya la la, ya la. Keep it going. Ya la, ya la la, ya la, ya la la. Ya la ya la la ya la ya la la Adonai yimloch leolam vaed.
We prepare for words of Hashkivenu, our nighttime prayer, where we acknowledge all of the things in this world that make us a little bit scared, and we pray for that feeling of peace and of safety and of wholeness, both inside us and also all around this world. So please join us. Hashkivenu, it can be found on your handout in your prayer books.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu L'shalom L'shalom V'ha'amidenu Malkeinu L'chaim Ufros aleinu Sukat Shlomecha Sukat Shlomecha Ufros aleinu Sukat Shlomecha Shelter us beneath thy wings. Beneath thy wings, oh Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, oh Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us, God, wrong from right. Amen. 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 Let's rededicate this worship space in your voice. Amen. 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 Amen.
In a moment, we'll rise for the Amidah, our standing prayer. But it got me thinking about this idea of standing. And when do we stand up for other people? And when does it feel like other people are standing up for us? And I was thinking about when I was 6 or 7 years old, and I started spending a lot of time with my Aunt Judy. She was my dad's sister. And I don't know about the rest of you, but sometimes it can be complicated to understand your parents. It can be complicated. I'm sure not here, but in my family, it was complicated. And my Aunt Judy really helped me to understand my dad and to start make meaning in the world to some big questions that I had when I was 6 or 7. And she's always been that person that's just like stood with me. And in that way, she's allowed me to rise as well. And when we enter the Amidah, we start as a community in prayer, and then we kind of melt away, and we have a moment in silence to stand with the divine. Whatever that looks like for you. Maybe it's a beloved friend. Maybe it's an animal. Maybe it's in a beautiful spot by the ocean or on a mountaintop. But that place where you are feeling that sense of being seen, someone standing with you, and even maybe feeling elevated. So as we enter this Amidah, I invite you to bring that energy, to bring that essence into the space, and rise for the Amidah together on page 46.
שפתי תפתח ופי יגיד תהילתך. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomer Chasadim Tovim, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם, בעזרת שרה.
Page 50.
אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע. משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ברופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו בלי שני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה לחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל.
52.
אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום, יהללוך סלע. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
Invite you to continue in prayer, in silence, standing or sitting when you're ready, with the words of our Siddur or the meditations of your heart.
עושה שלום במרומה, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו העושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו amen. Clapping those hands keeps them warm. Let's hear ya. Hey, la 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 la, hey, la 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 la, hey, la 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 la, hey, la 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 la, la 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 la, hey, la 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 la, hey, la 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 la. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל יושבי תבל, ואמרו אמן. יא לה 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 לה, יא לה 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 לה, יא לה 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 לה, יא לה 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 יא לה לה, יא לה 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 לה, יא לה 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 לה, יא לה 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 לה, יא לה 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 לה, יא לה 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 יא לה לה, יא לה 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 לה, יא לה 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 לה, hey ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la la, ya la 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 la. Ve'imru amen. Ve'imru amen. Let's hear you one last time. Ve'imru
With thank you very much. With the spirit and warmth and the light of beautiful candles and just the laughter and love, this is a love that is powerful. This is a love that warms our hearts, and this is a love that can bring healing. So in this moment, we want to bring forward the names of people in need of healing, of body or spirit or mind, that we are carrying with us here tonight, and to speak their name aloud so as a community we can hold them and direct that love and sweetness and laughter to them in their healing. So if there's somebody that you are thinking of in this moment, I invite you to rise so that we can call on you and you can speak their name aloud. join together for the Mishaberach on page 253.
May the source of strength who blessed the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say
We invite those who are able to please rise for Aleinu on page 282.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הרצות, ולא זמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Page 287. Be seated. On this Shabbat, which coincides with the Festival of Lights, these special words of remembrance, invoking the power of the light of our lives to help us prepare for Kaddish, words found on page 289 in the prayer book. The light of life is a finite flame. Like the Shabbat candles, life is kindled, it burns, it glows, it is radiant with warmth and beauty, but soon it fades, its substance is consumed, and it is no more. In light we see, in light we are seen. The flames dance, and our lives are full. But as night follows day, the candle of our life burns down and gutters. There is an end to the flames. We see no more and are no more seen. And yet we do not despair. For we are more than a memory slowly fading into the darkness. With our lives, we give life. Something of us can never die. We move in the eternal cycle of darkness and death, of light and life. As we prepare to recite the Kaddish prayer this evening, we remember especially Betty Bernhard, Jesko Chermak, Seymour Feshbach, Kenny Friedman, Belvy Firstman, William Glickbarg, Eva Greenberg, James Henderson, Edith Herskovitz, David Eli Hollenby, Violet Kahn, Natalie Marshak Krantz, Nathaniel Lamb, Rose Wasserman Liance, Delpha Lynx, John Lodge, Ann Sawyer, Elsa Stern, Sidney J. Weissman, Werner Wolfen, Mel Rubel. Are there other names we should include? If so, please speak them aloud, either here or at home. Holding them all close at our heart, we call to mind also those who we name in our hearts, and also those who have perished in the millions all over this world from COVID-19. We think also of those who have perished at the hands of violence, and commit ourselves to be makers of peace. Holding all of them close at heart, we say, Zecher Tzadik Livracha, the memory of the righteous is an everlasting blessing, as together we give thanks for the blessing of life with the words of Mourner's Kaddish, found in the prayer book on page 294. If you're able, please rise. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah, ve'amad divrach chirutei ve'amlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon, u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'isman kariv imru, amen. Yehi shemei Rabbah mevarach ve'alam u'lamei almaya, yibarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal, shemei dekudsha b'richu. Le'ela min kol birachata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechemata, ta'amiram be'alma v'imru, amen. Yehi shlama Rabbah min shemaya, v'chayim, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru, amen. May the giver of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved among us, and let us together say,
Amen.
Amen. Amen. How are we all feeling out there? Woo! Raise your hand if you're kind of like, it ain't cold. Yeah, it ain't cold. Right, Rabbi Bernie?
It's not cold.
It ain't cold.
Not cold.
Rabbi Ross, is it cold?
It's like it's a little cold. I think,
Says
let's
the
be
New
honest
Yorker.
about what's happening
All right,
here.
yeah.
Always being the party pooper, Rabbi Ross.
We don't have. We're engaged. We have hot cocoa. We're together. There's
There's
heat lamps.
donuts.
We're in
Cocoa and
prayer.
donuts
We're-
coming up.
So,
Good.
got to sing a couple of Hanukkah songs to finish this service, and then it will be time for Sufganiot, brought to us by the great maker of Sufganiot all over the world, Krispy Kreme.
And thank you to Wendy Glickman for
Yes.
providing
Special
these
thanks
generous
to our member,
donuts to us.
Wendy Glickman, who every year makes sure we have the Sufganiot made by the greatest Sufganiot maker the world over, Krispy Kreme.
This service was brought to you by.
This service was brought to you by Krispy Kreme. It's delicious. And with that said, and hot cocoa. And with that said, we need you to sing with us.
And your words are in your book.
On the supplemental
supplemental
page, that
handout.
little half page that you received, in case you don't know the words, you can join in singing with us. We got some singers right here at the front. You can join in singing with them. Sivon, so, Hanukkah, hu chag tov, Hanukkah, hu chag tov, Sivivon, so, Hatimcha hu la'ad, Nes gadol haya sham, Nes gadol haya sham, שמחה הוא לעם סביבון סוף 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 חנוכה הוא חג טוב חנוכה הוא חג טוב סביבון סוף 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 שמחה הוא לעם נס גדול היה שם נס גדול היה שם שמחה הוא לעם I have a little dreidel I made it out of clay and when it's dry and ready oh dreidel I shall play oh dreidel 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 I made it out of clay and when it's dry and ready oh dreidel I shall play oh dreidel 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 I made it out of clay and when it's dry and ready oh dreidel I shall play oh say shalom bimromav hu yaseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevem ve'imru himru amen. Let's hear some yalalas. Hey la 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 la. Hey 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 la la. Come on, let's hear you sing it. Hey la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Oh ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la la, ya la 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 ya la la. Vehimru, himru, amen. Vehimru, himru, amen. One last one, give it all you got. Vehimru, himru. Shabbat Shalom and a very happy Hanukkah to you.
There are donuts.